Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back, she said shut up and dance.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a very long time since I have filmed. As you guys might have known if you've seen some of my recent videos and some of my posts on Instagram, then you will know that I've been having issues with my camera, with my memory card, with my computer, just with everything, with the whole editing process. And even though I have filmed videos, when I've gone in to edit them on iMovie on my computer, they are not uploading, and it's just been really frustrating. So I've kind of just taken some time off to like figure everything out and just give myself a little break, because I was really trying to put out videos a couple times a week, and it was too much, and I couldn't figure out what was going on with my computer. I think I fixed it now, so hopefully I can start uploading more often. And I feel really bad, you guys. Like, I feel like I'm the most inconsistent YouTuber that there is, just because of how sporadic my videos go out, and I sincerely apologize for that. But thank you to everyone who has remained faithful and who has stayed subscribed and who is still watching my videos and leaving comments. I do read them and I try my best to respond to them as quickly as possible, so thank you guys. You guys are awesome. So moving on, this is kind of going to be a get ready with me video, kind of like a chit chat, heart to heart type of thing. I just kind of want to reconnect with you guys and talk with you and get ready, because it's like 11 o'clock on Wednesday and my makeup is not done. So I have washed my face, I've moisturized it and everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and start priming. I'm going to go in and use the Maybelline Master Prime Blur and Smooth, and it's not my favorite primer, but it's not my least favorite primer. I'm just kind of trying to use it up, but it gets the job done. So I'm just gonna dot it on my face and massage it in. So life has been pretty crazy lately. I think last time I filmed I was saying how there was a lot of things going on in my personal life and just like a bunch of stuff going on overall. Right now I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way in Very Fair, and I'm just going to put it in triangles underneath my eyes. But yeah, so I was saying that there was a lot of personal things going on in my life. I was in the middle of like switching jobs, looking for employment. As many of you know, I am a teacher, and I was working at a school that I really liked, and I am not there anymore, so I was trying to find somewhere else to work, and I finally got hired by another school district as a substitute teacher. And substitute teaching is hard because you have to go into a brand new classroom every single day, and it's really difficult because you don't know the kids unless you've been in that classroom before. You don't know the kids, you don't know the teacher's teaching style, you don't know their discipline methods, and it's really hard, it's really overwhelming. So even though you don't have to stay and like lesson plan for the following day, you still feel a lot of stress and you feel very overwhelmed because, like I said, you're substitute teaching, you're in a brand new classroom every day. And I was fortunate enough to be able to sub in the same classroom, in a kindergarten classroom, for a couple days, and I really enjoyed that. And so I did have to like prep and plan things for the next day and make sure that everything was ready. But for the most part, if you're subbing, you're just trying to find a job wherever you can. So now I'm going to go in with the Benefit Ooh La Lift, which I'm also going to apply under my eyes for some brightening. So I have been doing that. It's summer break right now, which is fine. It's nice. I've never really had like a summer break, because before I spent 6 years working at a preschool that ran year-round, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but I never had summers off. I would take a few days off here and there, and then select holidays we would be closed, but for the most part we were always open. So to have an actual summer break is very different, and it's nice. I do enjoy it, but I also really miss being in the classroom. But school starts again in less than a month now, so I'm excited to get back into a classroom, but I'm not looking forward to the stress that goes along with it. So moving on to my foundation, I'm using the Revlon Color Stay in Normal to Dry, and it is shade 130 Porcelain, and I really love this foundation. I think that it is amazing. You can find it at the drugstore. It's fairly inexpensive, and it actually really works fantastic for my skin tone. I'm sure I've talked about it before. So I'm just putting it on my face. I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Just kind of spot it on. So that's how work is going for me. And I'm in a master's and credentialed program to become a actual credentialed teacher, but I had to take the summer semester off because of finances, because I only was subbing for the new school district for about a month, and then, you know, I've got rent and utilities and different bills that I have to pay. So I'm taking some time off, but I'm hoping to go back when they start up again in September and keep working towards becoming a teacher, because that is my ultimate goal. I would love to be like a credentialed preschool, kindergarten, first, second, maybe third grade teacher. The upper grades scare me. So that's my school life. Still a bunch of big changes in my personal life, which I plan on talking about a little later on, not right now. But things are good. I'm happy. I'm happy where my life is at right now. It's a little crazy, a little stressful right now, but honestly, I don't think that I would have it any other way. It's just, I'm very happy where I'm at in my life. So I'm just pressing the foundation into my skin with my beauty blender, making sure that there's no weird little patches. And I actually have a mirror like right here, and so I'm looking into that as well as the viewfinder on the camera. So I apologize if it looks like my eyes are darting all over the place. So just press this into your skin, up into your hairline, and it looks pretty good. And I really like this foundation because it's very nice coverage and it's buildable as well. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm just gonna let it kind of soak in for about 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna go in with my powder, and I'm gonna use the Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Powder. And I'm actually gonna use a sponge, like a flat sponge, to apply it with, just kind of like pressing it into my skin, and then I'm gonna go in with a brush over it as well as a beauty blender. So it's a lot of steps, but it's what makes my foundation stay. Okay, so this is what my sponge looks like. It came from like an NYC pressed powder that they don't sell anymore, which is upsetting because I've used it since I was a teenager and it's my favorite. But I have a sponge that I clean, don't worry. So I'm just gonna put it into the powder and press it lightly onto my skin. And there's gonna be a lot of excess because it's a loose powder, but we're gonna get rid of that, don't worry. And make sure that I get under the eyes so we avoid creasing, of course. And just kind of like pat it anywhere you would get shiny, like your chin, cheekbones, and just press it in. And I like to go down my neck as well to keep the color consistent. So now I'm gonna go in with a brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics. It's from their Eco line, and I love this brush. I love that line in general. BH Cosmetics has really good brushes. They're right up there for Lexi with me as to how much I love them. So just kind of sweep it all over your face. You can pat it in like so, like buff it in like that. Just make sure your face is covered. And now I'm gonna put this off to the side, and I'm just gonna take my beauty blender again and just kind of like repress everything in. And I found that in the hot, humid weather that I'm currently dealing with, this really helps my foundation to stay in place and prevents it from creasing throughout the day. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my bronzer, and I actually use an eyeshadow for my bronzer. This is from 3 Custom color, and it's a wet dry eyeshadow in Warm Brown Sugar, and I'm actually almost out of this. Like, I've hit pan on it, and I'm just using the Luxie Angled Top Buffer 534 brush for this. So I'm swirling it into the product and then sweeping and tapping off the excess. And I'm just gonna apply it along the top of my cheekbones, sides of my forehead, like temples, across my hairline, and then probably a little bit along my jawline also. And just kind of circular motions. And this is a very nice, like, bronzy color, but it does pick up a lot of product. It's very pigmented, so definitely make sure that you're tapping off the excess so you don't look completely crazy. And going in on the other side. I know it's looking pretty nutty on camera. It looks like so much, you guys, but I promise we're gonna make it work. So aside from those things happening in my life, let's see what else is going on. Oh, I wanted to talk to you guys about, like, not forgetting who you are as a person, because with a lot of the things that I'm currently dealing with, I feel like I've kind of in some ways forgotten who I am, but in other ways I've found who I am. That probably doesn't make sense, but I've grown so much in the past year, especially. I'm going in with my contour shade now, which is also an eyeshadow. It's from Rimmel, and it's the Magnifies, and it's in 003, All About the Base. And I'm going in with an e.l.f. blush brush. So, as I was saying, I've grown so much in the past year, and I've discovered things about myself that I didn't know. I've become a much stronger person. I've become a much more aware person, aware of others and the situations that they're going through. I've always been very sympathetic towards others and their situations, and I try really hard not to judge other people and their situations and what they're going through, because I don't know the full story, just like many people don't know the full story of what I'm going through. But I just feel like I've become even more aware than I was before, and even more accepting. But I also feel like there have been times where I've forgotten, like, where I came from, and it's been really interesting to see my progression, especially in the last, like, 6 months. When I was like 15, 16, I had an enormous crush on this guy, right? I'm going in with my eyeshadow now, and I'm using the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm going to use the shade Charmer for my underbrow bone all over lid kind of brightening with a angled brush from Marc by Avon. But yeah, so I had a crush on this guy. Like, I really liked him, and you know, he ended up leading me on and really hurting my heart, because I really liked him and I thought that he really liked me. But that turned out to not be the case, and he led me on, and it really hurt. And it took years for me to get closure on that whole situation, because of how young I was and how much I really liked him. And so when I finally got the closure, you know, I was able to move past everything that I had been feeling, and you know, we were still acquaintances, I would say, not friends. We were still acquaintances. you know, the occasional happy birthday on Facebook and whatnot. And I got a message from him like earlier this month, end of last month, and it was just kind of a generic, like, how you doing, how's life, blah blah blah, this type of thing. And I was just like, I'm very happy with where I'm at in my life, how are you doing? And it turned into this thing like where he eventually told me that, you know, he should have taken advantage of me when he had the chance. And that made me so upset. And I wrote him back this long paragraph on Facebook, like, that is so disrespectful. I cannot believe that you would say something like that. You didn't have the chance. Like, I liked you, but you never had that chance. And it just really hurt, and it really opened up like all those feelings of anger and resentment that I had after he admitted that he was leading me on. And you know, it sucks, but who says I should have taken advantage of you when I had the chance? Like, that's wrong. And if someone tells you that, just walk away, leave the situation, don't even like continue on with it, because that is so disrespectful and so rude, and you don't need that in your life. So now I'm going in with these two shades right here, Sweetheart and Smarty Pants. I have mixed them together on my fluffy blending brush, my tapered blending brush from Lexi. It's the 205, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl that into my crease. But yeah, so I got that, and I told my best friend about it because I was just so like, what the heck? Did that really just happen? And I never got a response back, and I'm fine with that. But it's just like, how can anyone be so disrespectful to you, to anyone, to say such a thing? And it's like, I said too, I was like, I told you weeks ago when you messaged me that I was very happy with where I am at in my life. And I am. And I've grown so much, and I just feel like young Elise, like 16-year-old Elise, would have fallen for something like that, and, you know, would have been like, okay, well, let's try again. But I've been through so much, and I've matured so much that I'm able to see now, like, no, I'm glad that things didn't work out. I'm glad that you led me on, because otherwise, what kind of situation would I be in now? You know? And that's just so wrong. And I just wanted to share that with you guys as like a warning. If you're going through something similar, be strong and like just get out of that situation, because it's not worth it. It's not worth the pain and the heartache and feeling like the only thing you have to offer someone is your body, because it's not. You are worth so much more than just something physical like that. Like, I'm still mind blown over that. And maybe this whole video isn't even making sense, but it feels good to like get it out. It's cathartic, and it's what I need, is to be able to get this out and just share this piece of my life with you guys, because I feel like I'm very private and closed off. Now I'm going in with a small tapered blending brush. It's the 231 from Lexi, and I'm gonna go in with Rebel and a little bit of Leader, these two bottom shades. And I'm just gonna pat this into my crease, kind of deepen it a little bit. So yeah, that was a fun time when that all happened. It was very weird, very unusual, but yeah, it just made me really realize even more like how much I've changed and how much I've grown, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, I'm going through some pretty tough stuff, but it's been so much for the better. I truly believe that, and I will share it with you one day, I promise. I want to be completely honest and transparent with you, and I'm actually working on a blog kind of explaining everything too, which I plan on sharing with you guys as well. But let's move away from like that weird awkwardy stuff. I'm gonna go in with a tapered blending brush again. This is the Luxie 229, and I'm just gonna take some more of the Rebel shade as well as Jet Setter, this one up here. Tapping off the excess. This palette has a lot of excess, so I'll make sure that you tap it off. And just reapplying it to my crease. So BeautyCon is next month. I believe it's like exactly a month away, which is exciting. So if you're going, leave me a comment down below and let me know, because I want to go and I would love to see you guys. I haven't bought a ticket yet. I need to do that because they're just so expensive, and that's what's kind of putting me off from it, I guess. I'm using the same large angled brush and that first shade Charmer, and I'm tapping it into my eyelid, just kind of brightening it up a little bit, and then going back in with my first tapered blending brush, just blending it all together. But yeah, I would love to see you guys, so if you're going, let me know. I'm going in with this Dome shadow brush and this sparkly shade down here, Funny Girl, and this is going to be my inner corner and underbrow highlight. It's 2 days this year. I believe it's August 12th and 13th. It's never been 2 days before, so that's super exciting. And most of the tickets cover both days. I know general admission, there is an option for a 1-day ticket or a 2-day ticket, which is just a little bit more expensive. But you know, I'd say it's worth it because BeautyCon is amazing. There's a lot of people going this year that I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm going in with a flat shading brush, or flat blending brush. This is a 227 from Luxie, and I'm going back in with that Funny Girl shade. There's a lot of people going this year that I want to see, hopefully meet a lot of really fantastic brands. And you guys know I've got a ton of BeautyCon videos. I will link them down below, like BeautyCon hauls, where I talk about what I got and my experience and everything, and it's just a good time. So I will link those down below, but if you are going this year, let me know, and hopefully I'll get my ticket so that we can see each other, because that'd be fun. I'm gonna go in with my blush now. I'm gonna use this one from Urban Decay. It's Urban Decay Afterglow in Indecent, which is a beautiful peachy shade. Looks like this. And I'm using the blush brush from Luxie, the 514. But for real, guys, Luxie brushes are where it's at, and I'm just sweeping this onto my cheeks. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. I actually just picked this one up. I found this store, I believe it's called Beauty World, and it's at one of the malls near me, and it's from JCat Beauty. It's the You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in Crystal Sand, and it is so pretty. So I'm using the Luxie Tapered Highlighter 522 brush. This is their Dreamcatcher collection brush with the purple handle, and I'm just going to apply my highlighter to the tops on my cheekbones, and sweep it across the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and I like to do it just a little bit up here as well, Cupid's bow, and a little bit of the chin. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and my eyeliner. For my brows, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Chocolate, the Dip Brow Pomade. I actually did pick up a new one. And for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner 24-Hour L'Oreal Infallible in Blackest Black, which is a gel liner, and I'll be using the Luxie Small Angled 215 brush for that, and this random, I don't even know what brand it is, angled brush for my brows. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then meet back up with you guys. Okay, so I did my brows, I did my eyeliner. I am gonna go in with my mascara now, and I'm actually using 3 mascaras. So the first one I have is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara, followed by the CoverGirl Total Tease Waterproof Mascara. I love this one, you guys, it's fantastic. And then of course one of my all-time favorites, Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express Waterproof Mascara. So while I'm doing this, there was one more thing that I remembered while I was doing my brows that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that is that scar right here in my eyebrow that you can see, because apparently people are offended by it. I have received many comments on videos, on Instagram, social media, as well as in person, as to what this is and why don't I fill it in. And they're not the nicest comments, like the way that they're worded. Like, it seems very, very rude, and I'm just like, I don't know why my eyebrow offends you so much, but okay. So I just kind of wanted to address that and let you guys know about that spot in my eyebrow. So basically, it is a scar. I have had it my entire life. I don't know how I got it. No one in my family seems to know how I got it. I don't know if I was just born with it, but hair does not grow in that spot. Sometimes it may seem a little filled in if I use my brow products too close to it, but I don't personally like to fill it in. It is a part of me. It is something that makes me me. It is something that makes me unique, and I personally don't know anyone with a scar like it, and I really like it. I think it's cute, and I don't have a problem with it. So I don't understand why other people in the population have an issue with it. It's not on their face, so honestly, it's not a big deal, but it's just like, it cracks me up how much it seems to bother people. And I know some people, it's general curiosity, like, what is that? Why don't you fill it in? But a lot of the time, a lot of people are just like, you fill in the rest of your eyebrows, why don't you fill in that spot? Because I don't want to. I like it. It makes me unique. Just like, you know, people have beauty marks. A lot of times they don't cover those up, or, you know, something else. Physical traits, these are what make you you. And this scar is very defining to me. It's defining to who I am. It's defining to my personal brand. And I like it. It's unique. It's different. So if you have questions about it that I haven't addressed, I feel like there's not really much more I can say about it, because I don't know how I got it. I don't know why hair doesn't grow there. But I don't fill it in because I like the way it looks. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly address that because I did remember it while I was doing my brows, and I figured someone might come on here and comment and say, why don't you fill in that spot in your brow, blah blah blah, you fill in the rest of your brows, so why don't you do that spot? And it's just simple. I don't want to. I like it how it is, and that's as good of an answer as I can give you. So I'm going to find a lip product because my lips are looking pasty and pale, but this look is otherwise done. So let me grab a lip color and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the lip color I'm going to use is Naked from Urban Decay, and mine has issues and does not like to twist up, so maybe it won't be my lip color today. There it goes. No, it doesn't. You guys, there we go. And it's just a nude pink color. And I'm just gonna apply it. It feels like, got on my teeth. It feels like mine is starting to dry out. But otherwise, these are some of the most creamy lipsticks on the market. Alright, so there is my finished look. Thank you guys for watching. I know, like, the talking, the chit chat was kind of random, but you know, I have missed filming, and I just kind of wanted to give you guys some more glimpses into my life and what I'm dealing with. And like I said, hopefully I'll have more videos coming up very soon. I know that my Ipsy bag should be in the mailbox today. I hate this little baby hair right here. I don't know what's going on there, but I do want to film like an unbagging video. If there's any other videos you guys want to see, please feel free to leave them down below. As always, please give me a thumbs up, share this video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on my other social media, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.
Oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny.